certainly new ground anyway for me, you know. But as I said, the players are excited. I'm getting a little bit excited now myself, you know. The week is dragging a little bit now, I suppose. Another 10 or 12 days, whatever it is, to the final. But look, yeah, it's just exciting building. Alright, you can see yourself out there. But you know, I think the girls are grounded enough. They were here last year, and they know themselves that this is just part and parcel of what we have to get through it. And, move on.
I was saying this here a few minutes ago, maybe the experience of going there last year might make a bit of a difference.
Yeah, it will, but the other side of that is down were there 2 years previous and last, so I mean they have a bitter taste in their mouth, the same as our girls have, so I mean definitely it is 50-50 on the day, and I suppose however bit of luck on the day, and whoever wants it more, I presume both teams will want it the very same. As I said, Down have lost 2 previous finals to last year, our girls lost last year, but I suppose it's down to, it's all in the day really. Whoever plays the better camogie on the day will win it, you know.
In terms of the form indicator between yourselves, it was so little between the teams that day when you won by a point. I mean, that could have went either way.
Could have had, yeah. I mean, it swung back and forth both days. We got a couple of early goals against them, and they fought their way back. Down our smashing team, you know. We don't know or losing. We're not know or losing. Like, this is definitely, as the old cliche, and it's not just being used around here. It's definitely 50-50. I mean, Down scored 118 against us in Rathdowney, and that's a huge score for Camogie to put up, you know.
You must have been happy that they seemed to be hitting form around the right time. That was a very good semi-final performance.
It was very good semi-final. As I said, Dublin were very tough. They were very physical on the day. We got a great start, and suddenly we pulled up a little bit and let Dublin take over. Dublin rattled the goal there about 5 minutes before half time. I think our girls showed character and coming back and scoring 2 points just before half time to put us 3 up. But then, the first 5 minutes of the second half were definitely disastrous for us, and we conceded 2 goals and things weren't looking great. But showed super character. The girls. Dublin didn't score after that, and we scored 2-5.
Big defensive performance, which is going to be needed because the girls conceded goals last year against Kildare. That's what killed them.
Did, yeah, they killed them last year. They conceded a soft goal early in the game, and look, we have to get our defence, every defence, we have to get them tight, we have to get them defending all the way, and that doesn't just happen for the first 6 out there. It's from 15 back, as I'm saying to these girls, when we have the ball we turn into 15 defenders, and when we have it to a certain point we turn into 15 attackers,
Injury wise, big boost. Elaine Mahoney back fit again.
Huge boost. She made an awful difference when she came in against Dublin. Fierce difference in the semi-final. It's great to have her back. She's in contention now for starting place. She's worked hard to get herself to where she is. That girl put out her shoulder about 6-7 weeks ago against Westmeath, and she's back training and back going real well. And her striking of the ball is superb for a girl that had a shoulder injury. So, as I say, yeah, it's great to have her back. She's put herself well in the picture.
I wasn't going to embarrass Erin Fitzgerald by saying this to her when I was interviewing her, but she's in the form of her life. She won the Player of the Tournament at the Interpros earlier this year. She's been playing excellent for you all year, and a huge performance in that semi-final.
Huge performance in the semi-final. She's coming really into good form now at this time. As you say, she got Player of the Tournament in the Gaeling. Her form dipped a little bit after that. She was carrying an ankle injury. I think she got injured in that interprovincial tournament, and struggled for a couple of weeks, but has really come good at the right time. She's a super player, but then again she's great backup from the rest of the girls,
What's your plan now for the next 10 days or so? Is it as well for them? They need to stay fit and healthy. How do you get them motivated right over the next 10 days?
I think, I don't think motivating them is going to be too much of a problem. I think when I came in here with these girls in the end of January, tonight was their 85th training session. Every night they come to work, and they come to work hard, hugely motivated. They were motivated back then to get to Croke Park, and they're there now, and it's just up to themselves to go on and express themselves on the day. Just from now in, I suppose, it's just keep the thing ticking over, slow it down a little bit now, and just let it tick in to the final, and a more relaxed approach next week. Just keep together a couple of ball work sessions. That's all the hard work is done. They're not going to get any fitter. It's just to keep the sharpness up. That's all.